shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Vols will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Jackson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Buckeyes are on the move. That's caught. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily.
Breaks into the open. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And the Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Volunteers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Volunteers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
You always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To throw, it's Manning. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! First points of the day are on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so...
Oh, they blocked it. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Fires left. Lost the defense is wide open. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense picks it up.
And you see wide receivers make those catches.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Vols are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rides to back and leaves it on the option.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to swing it on second down. Tight end getting vertical. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
A little surprising that they didn't go for 2, but they're still down by a point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Jefferson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Going to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Here's the pressure. He's got it. 1st down and more. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Field goal is good. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Pulls it in. It's Porter. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Graham. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The running back has it. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Vols decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The short hands, it's Graham. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Graham. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Graham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Perry. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. Powers through. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield, it's Sayed. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. That's caught. It's Graham. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Matthews. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Bishop. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Wants to throw again. Got the quick pass. Across the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game referee.
The Vols headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Bishop. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Vols didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Volunteers. Fit it in the window for the score.
It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. Turns on the Jets. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. Fights off the defender. And another broken tackle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He would not be denied. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Caught near the sticks. It's Jefferson. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going for the big play. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Volunteers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickens. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. Poor starting field position here for this offense. That's reeled in. It's Graham. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. On the run, it's Jackson. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. They boot it away on 4th down. And the returner is stopped. So here is the Tennessee offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? The coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
The Vols want to move quickly. Off-play action on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll leave it with him. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams